begin and start off with our presentation, which talks about data visualization. So why visualization, or what is visualization when I talk about? So if I say it is the graphical representation. So what do you mean by graphical? See, when I say it in a very simple words, it is like a picture is a worth than 1,000 words. Or if you've heard another saying which is called actions speak louder than words. Correct? So that is what it is. Ki when you try to communicate using pictures, visuals, whatever you want to say, or whatever you are trying to explain, it gets embedded into the other person's thing easily or more beautifully. So that's what it is. And how do you represent it? Using graphs, you have maps, you have charts, you have beautiful visual. So there's another saying that data visualization it's like microscopic, telescopic and kaleidoscopic view of data science. So that is all about it. So what I'll do is I will take you through a very small journey, and I will be telling you that how can this data visualization can be achieved through different forms. So I'll show you the live demos also. So let me first start with the very basic. See, if you've talked or if you've ever explained to a 4-year, 5-year-old child, when you say C and C, okay, he will not understand what is C and C. So how do you tell, okay, C and C? So you try to give them picture. Okay, C is you are looking. Okay, C is like which you are seeing, the eye. And C, SEA is the sea, the water. So you, by showing the picture, you have given the power to the students to visualize and understand. See, basically these are what? These are homophones, right? Homophones means who sounds same but their spelling and meanings are different. So this you can explain them by showing the visualization. All right? Now, when you talk about this picture, what I would like to do is I would like to ask you, like, what do you see in this picture? Right? So maybe if I have my audience, maybe 50% will say, okay, it is a Pac-Man game. Do you know about the Pac-Man game? Which opens its mouth and keeps on moving and try to, it, hunts the bug and try to catches that. Correct? And maybe half of my audience will say, no, I could see a square, a triangle and circles. So it is about you have shown the visuals, you have presented your data, but how is the audience receiving it, perceiving it, understanding it? All right. Let us see with this one also. If you see, some people will say, okay, I see Apple logo. Why? Because that's an apple which is bitten from here. Somebody will say, okay, I can see a picture of a human, right? So it's all about perception, that the visuals are presented, but how you perceive it. Okay, so now what we will do is we will try to understand that how you analyze the different, visuals. So there are 3 ways of doing it. First is day-to-day life, that is spreadsheets, Excel, which we are using in our day-to-day lives, offices and all. Second is programmatic access, that is Python. So I'm going to show you the demo of all these 3 one by one. So Python, why programmatic? Because now you'll be doing programming, right? And advanced and dynamic effects. So that is like intelligent tool. So we are living in an era of artificial intelligence. So obviously day-to-day life and programmatic access has become an old age techniques. So definitely we are going to move with BI, Business Intelligence Tool, that is Tableau. So let us start with these spreadsheets. What do you see? There's a data and we have presented it using a bar graph. Now, how do you do it in the actual form? What I'll do is, I will show you one simple example. So can you see this data? What it is written? Country and their GDP. So what is GDP? Gross domestic product. All right. So this is related to some finance terms, but obviously the focus is not here. So when you see this data, it is very simple. One column, one row. I mean, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 2 columns and bold and all. What is so exciting about this? But if I make it in the visual form using spreadsheets, so what will I do? I'm going to select the picture. I'm going to click on insert. And what will I do? I will go here and put the chart. Wow. The same thing I have represented using charts. Now it is much easier. Here you will go and see, okay, 45, 42, 50. No, that's not required. You can see the visual, and from here itself you can see, okay, Germany has the highest GDP. After Germany, if I ask you, you can see it and say, okay, UK. So this was my sample data and how I presented using visuals. Let's take another example. 3. Okay. Here I have the discipline and number of graduates, like which branch has how many graduates each year. If I want to present this data visually, how it will happen, or what am I going to do? Again, the same thing. I'm going to select this, insert, and this time I'm going to present it using a pie chart. So here you can see very nicely and beautifully with colors and all. Okay, orange is electrical and this is chemical and all. So I think this is the day-to-day life work which we are doing every day. Correct? Yes? Okay. Now, moving on further from here, let us talk about the programmatic access. And when I'm talking about the programmatic access, this is actually the program written in Python. So same things what we did just now we will be doing using the Jupyter Lab. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to show you all these 3 graphs using Python. So here I go. All right. So in Python, first of all, what we do is we import beautiful modules. So why modules? Because Python is a programming language which supports beautiful, techniques or, libraries which are there. So out of them, or one of them is matplotlib. Since I have very less time, that's the reason I'm not telling you different libraries. So it has NumPy for numerical thing, SkyPy for scientific things, matplotlib. An advanced version of matplotlib is a Seaborn, and you have many, like if you're going into NLP and all, NLTK. So beautiful, and that's the reason Python is being preferred and the most favorite of people. First of all, it is easy, and secondly, it's being the most used, the most favorite of all the people. So let me take you back to the data visualization part. So we are going to visualize data in Python using one of the libraries, which is matplotlib. So what it is a low-level graph plotting library. Okay, and what it does, it serves as a visualization utility. Correct? Who created it? So it's just the name, Mr. John D. Hunter, and it's an open source, and it can be used freely. Plus, see, mostly it's the Python which has beautiful libraries, and mostly it is written in Python. But yes, if you are too peculiar and if you are very good in C and JavaScript, yes, that can be used, but only few segments, not all of it. Okay. If you really want to know about the code base, what is the code base? Like where everything is written about matplotlib. So this is the GitHub library. Like there are different repositories which you can prefer, and you can see the code. So there are, plot types, You have requirements. What's the example? So maybe I'll show you this one, the plot type. So you have different plot types, say stats, and many things are there like histograms and all those things, right? So you have beautiful library over here, I mean the codes over here, and you can see what all is there if you want to explore. Okay. Post which, how do we do the installation? Yes, everybody knows. In Windows, it is generally done pip install like that. And maybe, see, pip install matplotlib. If you have Mac and all, I think there are different commands for it, which you can always see according to the, software or the OS you are using. Okay. Once it is installed, see, something is installed, but you have to call it, right? You have to import it. So every time, like whenever you're starting off, maybe you'll have to import the module, correct? So let me begin, and I'm using the same sample data. So let me go back over here and I'll just show it to you. Yes, here it is. Yeah, is this the sheet one? Okay, why it's not? Okay, I think it's not getting minimized. So my point was to tell you, ki see, I've taken USA, Canada, Germany, UK, France, and the GDPs of it. So what I have done is I've imported the matplotlib library. It is written as matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. So PLT is the alias for the pyplot. Country, we are making a list, different countries, GDP, their values. Now see, I want to make a bar graph. So I'm writing plt.bar. And what I want to represent, country and GDP. So that's what I've written. I've put in the title for it, the X label and the Y label. And I'm going to show you the graph. So when I do this, when I click on run, okay, yeah, see. So don't you think this was exactly the same graph which we plotted in our Excel? Yes. Same way, if you talk about the second, the second sample which I had made. Okay, year and the unemployment rate. Let's look at it from the Python style. So the same thing, you're going to import the library. You're going to put the year in the list format. See, different years have been put. Unemployment rate has been put. And see, plt.plot. Why? Because now I want it in the line form. Year and unemployment rate, rest all remains the same. Title, X label. So what is X label? X and Y. Okay. And plt.show. Show is show the graph which you have plotted. So this is the kind of this thing. So that means by looking at the visuals, you can say, okay, in the year 1920s, there was more unemployment. Now it is less. So it has decreased. So people are becoming educated and all those things. Same way, if you talk about the third sample data, which I've already shown you, you can again make another list, civil, electrical, mechanical, chemical, make the list. And again, see, this time when I'm plotting these, what I want the axis of these, correct? Correct. This is like a part of it. So what I do, I write it like this, fake, comma, AX. AX is the X plotting, the axis actually, AXES, that's the axis, equal to PLT dot subplots. Why subplots? Because these are the subplots of it. And which form do I need? I need it in the pie form. And what are these sizes? So these are the sizes and these are the labels. So I have written it like this. Axis dot axis. This means what? This is the aspect ratio. Why aspect ratio? We generally use it to make our pie chart circular. Okay. So there's a lot to it to explore, but due to the time limitation, I'm just putting it across this way. And AX dot set title, and you can give the title and you'll show. So here you have the heading and the different segments. Now in both these cases, what happened when you're going here, nothing is happening, nothing is changing. Now I'll tell you about our third tool, which is business intelligence tool. Although there is another one, Power BI, but today I'll take you through Tableau. So Tableau, like there are different sections. One is for columns, data, worksheet, and many things. So why Tableau? Because it's easy. It's a drag and drop technique. Everything the tool does it on its own. You don't have to do it. And plus, you can make stories, beautiful dashboards out of it. And that's why Tableau. So now I'll take you to Tableau. So this is my sheet 1. What I'll do is, so here I go. I'm going to take Microsoft Excel. I'm going to take sample 1 and I'm going to click on open. All right. So this was my sheet, correct? Countries, USA, Canada, Germany, UK, France, and their GDPs. What I'll do is I'll go to worksheet. This is my worksheet where I'll work. So this is my worksheet. What I'll do, see, it's just drag and drop. I'll take country and put it here. Okay. And then I'll go to GDP and I'm going to put it here. Wow. Automatically it worked. Yes. And it is also exactly the same way which we did over there. See, when you click, it is showing all the details. So this is like dynamic. Why we are saying intelligent tool? Because see, when you're clicking on it, it's showing different things, which you cannot do in Programmatic Access or maybe in your Excel. All right. Same way, I'm going to make sheet number 2. I'll go here and why it is, okay, here I got it. Okay, so sample 2, which you are already aware about it. See, the year and the unemployment rate. What will I do? Next is, I'll go to, sheet 2, correct? This is my sheet 2. As I told you, year and the unemployment rate. See, I didn't give anything. You have to make a bar chart. I'm not giving any instruction. It is doing it on its own. So that is the intelligent tool. Okay. The third sheet, let's go here. And okay, the third one, sample 3. I'll go here. See, discipline and number of graduates. I'll go to sheet number 3. And what will I do? Again, the same thing. Here I'll take discipline. And here I'll take number of graduates. Okay, this time it's taking, so you can use it this way. But I wanted a pie chart, so obviously I've switched it. So you have this, and can you see when I click on it, it is giving the details. Now what will I do? I will go to dashboard and I will start off with the dashboard. How will I do? I will take this and put it here. See, it came here. Second, yeah, okay, it came here. The second one is also, okay. So all 3 are there. And now this is in one, like in one picture or one dashboard, you've shown all the 3 graphs, your sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3, right? And maybe you can adjust, you can, do it accordingly. I hope you have liked my session. And that was all from my side. And we'll meet soon in the next session. Thank you so much. Bye.